Hello guys, in this video we'll see SQL clauses and statements which will be used in the various statements. Okay, so let's jump into the video. So the first one which we will be seeing is a distinct statement. So why do we need a distinct first of all? So in some cases you will need some distinct values or unique values of a specific column or a combination of columns to know what are the unique values in a column, avoiding the duplicates. Okay, so in that case you will be able to find it out using this distinct keyword. Okay, so we'll see how it can be used. It's very simple. So in the select statement, where you select the columns from the table, you just have to put this distinct keyword in between. Okay, so it should start with the column where you want to find the duplicates. It can have multiple columns, but this has to be next to the select statement. Okay, next to the select keyword. It cannot be in between 3 or 4 columns or something. Okay, so you can have n number of columns, but it will combine all the columns and it will find a distinct value for that combination of columns. If you specify single column, it will find the distinct value of that particular column alone. If you put more columns, it will combine all the columns and will give a distinct records. Okay, after combining all the records, so based on your number of records in a table, the time taken will vary. Okay, if you have some 1,000 records, it might come in some 1 or 2 seconds. If it does have 1 lakh records, it may take further more time. Okay, because this has to sort and find the duplicates. Okay, so for that purpose it will take some time. So the example is like I've taken a supplier table and I've executed with the product name as distinct. Okay, so I put the distinct keyword in front of the product name. Let's see the working of. So first let us see the execution of supplier table. So let us see what are the records. So we have some 8 records in supplier A table. Okay, now what we are going to find, I want the unique countries from where supplier A is importing products. So what I will do, I will use a distinct keyword, distinct of okay, from supplier. I did not write the column name. Is the reason behind this? If you type the column name, means if you type the table name, then in the from statement, then it will automatically list out the columns here. Okay, so sometimes if you don't know the uh, field name, first use the from, means type the from statement, then after typing the select, then try typing the column name, then it will automatically list down the values. Say for example product. See, I can get any of the columns in that particular table. Okay, product, now we will use product country. Okay, so this should select the distinct product countries in the supplier table. Okay, let us see the execution. Yes, there are 6 distinct countries in the product table, in the supplier table. Okay, so these are the countries from where supplier A is importing. So this can be combined with other columns as well. Okay, so product price, but this may have duplicates because it will combine both the columns and it will see unique. If you combine both the columns and then see unique, each and every record is unique here, because each and every country has different pricings. Means same country also has different pricing. So upon combining these two, it becomes unique, right? So this India 550 is 50/50 is unique, and India 80 is unique. So likewise, if you want to do, if you have a requirement like this, you can combine, but otherwise you need to use a single column only. Okay, it's not mandatory, but when you use a single column where you want to find the duplicates, it will be effective. Okay, next is and or not condition. Okay, so without these conditions you will not find any where statements most of the cases. Okay, So why these are necessary, I'll explain one by one. Okay, so in some filters, like when the where clause is basically a filter. Okay, so you need to add multiple conditions, right, in some filters to filter out the records. So for that you will need to add this and. Okay, and sometimes you will have conditions wherein either of the condition have to be true in the filter. Okay, so similarly we have a or clause here which says either of the condition is true, and and clause says all the conditions should be true. And not condition is sometimes you may have to filter out the records wherein it is not equal to that particular value. So for that kind of purposes you can use this not condition. Okay, so and condition is basically to have multiple conditions which all have to be true, and or condition is basically to use multiple conditions wherein either of the conditions should be true. In most of the cases it is only two statements, two conditions which either of that should be true. And not condition is for not having that condition to be true, means it will avoid that particular value alone from the record output, and it will return all other output. Let's see the examples in detail now. So here I've taken a supplier table. Okay, I'll just open the pointer supplier table, and I wanted records pertaining to product country equals to Brazil and product pricing is 20. So both the conditions I wanted. Okay, so I wanted to filter out all the products which are from Brazil and product price is 20. So for that I can use a straight away where condition where product price equals 20 and product country equals to Brazil. That means both the conditions have to be satisfied, and in an or condition I need either of that has to be true. So I need either product country is Brazil or the product country product price is 20. This is how or works. Okay, we'll see the execution now. And for not, it is like I want the product price 20 but I don't want the product country to be Brazil, so I'm using a not. I think the single statement specifies everything in clear. Okay, we'll see the example in execution. If the explanation was not clear, let's see the examples. So these are the pre-written statements. I'll provide you in the description as usual. So we'll try executing those. First we'll execute this. Supply array. So these statements I'll provide you so that you can do it for your practice. It will be available in the description. So now, we are executing a AND condition. So let's see the output. Okay, of both normal select statement and with the where clause with the and condition. Okay, so here I have specified product price equals to 20 and product country should be from Brazil. So I need two filter condition. I want two filters on the output of 8 records. So SQL will search, keep on searching which is product price is 20. So with product price 20 there are two records. These two records are with product price 20. But now another condition I have added which is product country is Brazil. So now only this record will be filtered because out of these two records only this record has product country is Brazil and product price is 20, which specifies and satisfies the condition which I have given in the query. So ultimately the record returned will be this. This is how a AND condition works. Now let us see the OR condition. The same example I'm just taking with the OR condition. Let's see. So now let's execute and see, then you'll come to know. So now it has written two rows. Let's see why. So I'm just selecting this and this. I'll remove this and hope the AND condition is clear. I've executed both normal select statement and the OR condition statement. Okay, so now this is the output of OR condition. This is the actual output of supply table. Now I have specified that either the product price should be 20 or the product country should be Brazil. So with product price as 20, there are two records as seen in the previous example. Okay, these two have product price as 20, but I I can also have records which are from Brazil. So that also falls into the same output area. So automatically it has written two records only because these two records satisfy both either of that condition. Okay, so there is no other record in Brazil. For example, to make the R condition more clear, we'll take product country as India. Okay, now let us see the output. So now it has written four rows. Why? Because I'll execute both the things and then I explain. So now I have given one condition as product price equals to 20. So with product price is 20, there are two records. These two records. So these two records have been returned here in the output. But another condition says product country equals to India. So either of that condition should be true. So it will take all the outputs which satisfies this, and also it will take the output which satisfies this. In AND condition, it will have to satisfy both the condition. Then whatever the filter output is coming, it will be shown as output. But in the OR condition, either of the condition has to be true. If this condition has certain rows, it will return that, as well as it will return whatever condition satisfies this as well. So for this condition, these two rows have been returned, and for these two condition, this condition, there are two more records, which is this, wherein the product country is India. So this also has been returned to the actual output. So if you see the OR condition output, it has written four rows because we have given two conditions, two for this and two for this. So combinedly it has given the output as four rows. Hope this is clear, guys. Now I will add on another example wherein you can use both AND and OR in a single statement. Okay, so I'll just copy paste this. Now OR is there, so whenever you put a OR condition, try to put them inside the bracket. Okay, so that gives a precedence. Okay, and now I want another record which is from Netherlands. Okay, so now okay, I'll take another record wherein the product quantity is 20. Okay, means I want another condition where the product price is 20. So here what we will do, we will take another, we'll change the condition as product country, because it will be awkward if you use the product price here and it will, if you use it inside the OR condition as well. So what we will do, we will select products either from India or Spain. Okay, I need countries, I need products from both these countries. Okay, in that I want to filter out which are the products which are equals to 20, means product price is equals to 20. So there is no such product. Okay, we'll see the example, we'll see the actual records. So India has, okay, not product, it's product quantity, sorry. Okay, so now India has so it has selected four rows. Okay, basically it should have selected four rows. I will see the output here. I'll take the output and paste it here so that I can execute easily. I'm executing both, then you can compare and see. So now in the supplier A table, I have two records for India, right? I have two records for Spain as well. So this is one and this is one. So totally four records it should return for this OR statement, right? So we'll see the execution here. I'm selecting only the OR. So there are four records. Now I'm adding one more condition, product quantity should be 20. So in this four records, product quantity, if it should be 20, means it will return only these three records, right? So this is how it has executed. So now it has written only three records. So this is how you use a AND or a OR condition inside a single query. Okay, hope this is clear, guys, because this is one of the typical thing which you will be using in many of the select statements. So you cannot find any select statement without the and or condition. Okay, so basically the where clause will be filled with and condition or or conditions only majoritarily. Okay, so please if you have any doubts, let me know in the comments so that I can clear it. Okay, now moving on to the not statement. So not statement basically is for exact opposite of this condition. Okay, only this condition, not the and. Okay, so here what it will do, it here we have said product country is equals to Brazil. What if you want to have records which are not from Brazil, like only not from Brazil? In that case you will have to just introduce this not keyword after the and statement for that particular column where you are putting the condition. Hence this will be product not equals to Brazil. So that is the meaning of this particular statement. Let's see the execution. So I'm just copying it from my text pad so that I can easily paste it here. You will get these. Okay, this is a not condition. Okay, so here first let's see the straight output of the table. So here we have 8 records. So product country not equals to Brazil means there is only one record which is having Brazil. So and I have given another condition, product price equals to 20. So product price equals to 20 means there are two record these two records. Okay, so wherein watermelon in Goa are with product price is 20. So I need only Netherlands record, so I'm omitting Brazil in this condition. So I've given not product country equals to Brazil, so it should return only Netherlands record, right? So let us see the output. Yes, right. So this is how a not statement works. So if I can use only this statement also, depending upon your requirement you can use. Now if I use like this, it will return all the records of the table where product country is not equals to Brazil. That means it will return 7 records because only one record was with Brazil and all other records were with different country. So Brazil's record has alone been omitted by the execution system and it has written all the other records. So SQL Server has omitted particular one record because of this condition. Okay, so this is how a not condition works. So not can be combined with any other statement as well depending upon your requirement. So be careful while using an or something. You can use this open bracket and close bracket wherever you need. It's not mandatory, but it gives a precedence. So if you give something inside the bracket, it will be executed first, then followed by the outer condition. Okay, so you try it out with your examples or your use cases. So I will place all these queries in the description. Just try it out yourself with the records which I have given. Okay, and let me know if you have any queries in the comment. I'll try to clear them. Okay, next is a case expression. So what does this case expression do? Case is basically sometimes you will have outputs which are in a coded way. Okay, so there could be some code values in the columns. Okay, say for example it can be like some numeric values or some code, but it may not be understood by everyone, right? Only the developer or the person who has coded that particular program would be able to understand that particular value for that particular code. Okay, at cases you may have to give a explanation of those codes to the users if you display straight away that code to the front end. Okay, so in that case you will have to use other Excel mechanism or something to brief it out, or you need to physically explain the user saying that this particular value pertains to this or something. But SQL gives you a feature called case. So what this does is you can straight away uh, put that code inside this, and it will translate to the meaning. Okay, use in a understandable meaning. Okay, we'll see how it is. Okay, so basically case is for translating your data. Okay, so we'll see with the example how it looks like. Okay, use the pointer. So here the clause or the syntax is like this. Okay, so you have to have a case. The case indicates the case statement starts, and you need to put conditions inside this using a when keyword. So whenever it encounters a case, it has to be with a one when condition at least. So when, then followed by what condition you want to apply, and then if that condition is true, then the column value here specified will be showcased. Okay, you can have n number of when conditions, and an else condition also can be there. It's similar to a if else condition. Okay, in SQL, like in other programmatic languages you have if else, in the same way here it is case. Okay, so these are all if else if conditions. Okay, and this last one is if none of these conditions are executed, then this condition will be showcased. This condition value will be executed. So this is optional, and then followed by an end closure syntax for this case. Okay, so this is how a case expression looks like. We'll see in a typical example how it looks like. So I've taken supplier table. Okay, so you all know there is product ID, product name, product price, product country, product quantity, and all. So I am going to display this table's output to a customer or a company, so that they can see the availability of stocks. Okay, availability of how many products are available with how many inside this supplier. If any of the product is less, they can order it more, like that. Okay, so I have displayed it, but they will not be able to understand below which quantity is a critical quantity or which one is a surplus quantity. There is a product quantity, but it becomes for difficult for the user to understand below how much is a less quantity, below how sorry, greater than above which value is a bulk quantity, or it's a moderate value, or how can he understand, because that involves some logic behind it, right? So if it is less than 10 or less than 25, it is critical. If it is greater than 50, it is bulk, and if it is less than 50, it is sizable. Like that, he needs to understand below how much it or between how much it is a quantity or a sizable quantity. I mean, he needs to understand the uh, each and every product's availability in a understandable manner. So for that purpose, what we will do, we will use this case. Okay, so this basically does some operations, like it based on certain conditions, it will print a value. Okay, so what I've done a count, means if it is greater than 50, greater than or equal to 50, if the product quantity is greater than or equal to 50, we are saying it is a bulk quantity. If the quantity is less than 50 and greater than 25, we are saying it is a sizable quantity. If the product quantity is less than 25 and greater than 0, we are saying it is a very few quantity. If it is none of these, then we are saying not available. So this is the one form of translation for product quantity. You can have your own logics of translations for using the case statement. So case basically converts your non-readable output into a readable output or an understandable output, basically. So a normal human being may not be able to understand below which is a critical quantity, below how much is a bulk quantity. So to understand, to make the user understand, you are writing some logic with this case statement. This is how a case statement comes into a picture. So let's see the execution of this so you'll understand it better. Okay, so I already written that case expression, so let us copy it. Anyways, I will paste everything there. Okay, so this is the case expression. So before that we will select the supply table also. So we have 8 records. So if you display like this to a user who wants to understand the quantity of each and every product, whether it's in bulk quantity, whether it's in less quantity or a sizable quantity, how will he get to know? It becomes difficult for him. He has to see each and every value, whether it is bulk, whether it is, he needs to compare with some index or something where it has been defined by the company. That becomes a tedious process for him to understand, and he may go wrong as well, means may arrive at a wrong value also. He may say this 20 quantity is in a bulk quantity. If the okay, sorry, here it is a product quantity, so here he may say this 20 quantity is a bulk quantity. He may define this 10 quantity as bulk quantity, and he may define this orange as few quantity. Depends, right? It can be a user mistake. So to avoid those kind of things, we can use a case. So case basically translates your conditions into values. Okay, so you can specify certain condition, and if that condition is true, then you can put a value for that particular record. Okay, so what I have done, I have selected all the columns and I have made a pseudo column here, wherein this is not available in the table, but it will be generated in the runtime based on this case statement. So I have defined product quantity, and I have defined what is the meaning of that quantity. Based on the product quantity condition, I have defined a value of that record. Let's see the execution. So now another column has been added. It's not there in the table physically, but it will be generated while you run this select query. Okay, while selecting, it will, based on the product quantity, it will arrive at a new value for this particular column. Okay, so now so in the first thing, we have product quantity as 50. So based on this condition, if it is greater than 50, it has to return bulk, so it has returned bulk. Similarly, the product quantity, if it is less than 50 and greater than 20, we are treating it as sizable. So all the records which are below 50 and greater than 25, we are treating is sizable, and whatever is less than 25 and greater than 0, we are treating as few. And if it is not equals less than 0 also, means equal to 0, then we are treating it as not available. Here there are no records with 0 quantity, so it has not come, otherwise it would have displayed as not available. So this is more understood format or reading format, right? So this is why you use a case statement to make the user friendly readability. Okay, so this is more user friendly than using this kind of field, which is a tedious process for the user to understand through the codes or the values which are present in the table. I hope this case statement is clear. Okay, so case is basically to convert your values into readable values, readable statements or readable texts, or you can put here some other integer also. Okay, it depends on your requirement what you want to display it here. It can be like 100, 50, 75, like that also. It depends on your use case. Okay, here I have taken text as output, so I have given in text. If you want, you can use as some numeric value, but whatever you specify, if you specify for one condition as numeric value, you have to follow the same for others as well. If you specify text for one particular record, then you will have to follow text for all other record conditions as well. So for example, if I specify 50, it will not run, it will throw error because the data type is varying, because in runtime it will construct this particular column inside a table, and while constructing, if this is text and this is numeric, it will throw out an error. That's why it is it has been asked to have same data type across. Okay, so hope this is clear. Okay, so now if you execute, it will work because all the data type is text for the last column, which is a new one. Okay, so I hope the case statement is clear, guys. So if you have any questions, just comment it. I'll try to explain you in a much more detailed way. Okay, that's all for this video, guys. If you like the video, press like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you. Thanks for watching.